If I was a man, and I'm not a man, but if I was a man, I wouldn't hire a woman. I wouldn't do it. And I say it all the time, and I say that, and that is something that women need to consider when they're talking about this stuff. When you are saying that a man complimenting you and saying, I really like your outfit today, is a form of sexism. If you're a man, why hire a woman, right? So you fought all this time to be able to get into the workforce, only to say these are going to be the rules. You know, if you say anything, even if you compliment me, if you look at me, anything, I'm going to have a reason to fight you. And by the way, you're going to want to settle and pay me, because even just the stain of an accusation is enough to ruin men. So if you're a guy, right, in this society, in this Me Too environment, in this litigation-rich environment of misogyny and sexism and all of these claims, what is the value add? What's the risk? You know, the benefit and the risk. I can't do the analysis and say, I'd just be like, no, I'm just not hiring anyone. Give me all the men. I am so sick of this idea that we should always accept that in every situation a woman is a victim. I'm not empowered by that. I don't find that to be empowering, right? The Me Too movement to me disempowered women, because it said women never know what they're doing. They just are always little flowers, and men take advantage. The truth is that women take advantage too. And the easiest thing for women to sell to get what they want is sex, right? This is what Tag the Sponsor proves. I want to be rich, I want to have money, and I don't want to work, so I'm going to sell sex. I have no talent and I want to be an actress, so I'm going to sell sex. Sex is a power that women have. Being beautiful is a power. Being aesthetic, being feminine is a power that women have, and women tend to wield that power heavily throughout society.
As we see, the observation that both men and women may exhibit hesitation or reluctance in hiring attractive women raises concerns about internalized biases within society. It suggests that notions of attractiveness could potentially influence professional decisions, which is troubling and highlights the need for greater awareness and efforts to combat such biases. Overall, these observations highlight the ongoing need for efforts to address gender biases, promote awareness of workplace dynamics, and foster cultures of respect and equality. It's essential for both men and women to actively challenge internalized biases and work towards creating more inclusive and equitable environments.
So a paper came out recently that looked at the impact of the Me Too movement on academia, and it actually shows that post-Me Too, women's productivity fell largely due to fewer collaborations with male researchers. The paper shows that this drop is most pronounced at universities where the perceived risk of sexual harassment accusations is highest. So the actual findings comparing research before and after the movement are right here, and as you can see, after the Me Too movement, collaborations with male researchers inside the same institution fell to close to zero. The author points out that men feel like if they accidentally say the wrong thing, they could be canceled or fired. She also notes that institutions that have clear policies on sexual harassment help reduce this perceived risk. And this isn't just in academia. The paper also cites a 2018 study which showed that 60% of male managers are uncomfortable participating in common activities with women due to the same concerns. And a curious finding of the study was that men make up for the loss in this collaboration by just collaborating more with other men, whereas women don't make up for it at all. The author concludes her findings by saying that Me Too was important for raising awareness, but it's also increasingly important for institutions to have really clear sexual harassment guidelines.
Hi everybody, Eric the Ontarian talking about the Me Too movement. I know it's a little controversial, but in the end, if now we have managers that are male that are refusing to, don't want to, or afraid to work with females and mentor them and guide them, that creates an issue in itself, and we can't have that. It's getting down to the point where I've talked about having dash cams in the car for liability reasons, and that you're recording what you're doing in case there's people who make accusations. I think we're at the point, are we, where then if you're a male supervisor and you have females, you have males, you have anybody, so you don't want any type of allegation, harassment, sexual, being tyrannical against your employees. Are we at a point that you need to sign it at your front door to your office that says, this is all being videotaped, audio at all times when you come in my office? It might be there. Don't be surprised when you see it the next little while.
A forthcoming study in the journal Organizational Dynamics reveals troubling trends post-Me Too, indicating increased reluctance among men to engage with female colleagues. In early 2019, data collected from diverse industries showed that 27% of men avoid one-on-one meetings with female coworkers, while 21% hesitate to hire women for jobs involving close interaction, like business travel, and 19% would be reluctant to hire an attractive woman. Comparatively, these figures were notably higher than those recorded in 2018, reflecting a concerning deterioration. For instance, the percentage of men expressing reluctance to hire women for roles requiring close interpersonal interactions rose from 15% in 2018 to 21% in 2019, indicating a deepening of gender-based apprehensions in professional settings.
So does it mean that I shut this computer off and be done? Like, or am I expected to answer more emails after this?
Hi. Thanks for jumping on.
No problem.
So I'm actually here to inform you that today is your last day at Cal. We've determined that this is no longer a critical role for the company, and are eliminating the position. And we very much appreciate all the work that you've done during your time here. Your account will be shut down during the meeting, and you will no longer have access to any owned systems. We do have some offboarding logistics to go over with you. And so I'm going to actually drop from the call now and hand it over to Danny from HR. So
we'll answer everything, the questions that you may have after the meeting. Is there anything that I can answer for you at the moment?
I honestly do not know. This is not planned or expected, so I honestly am very off base. So no, if once you send me the package, will that be the email to answer and to ask any questions on?
Yes, and take your time. I know this is a lot. And,
it sucks. Not gonna lie, really sucks because I talked to yesterday. So real. I know you don't hold any of the blame. Real.
Time and review the information that we send over to you, and be happy to help in any way we can.
Okay. So does it mean that I shut this computer off and be done? Or am I expected to answer more emails after this?
You have no more expectations.
Great. Love that for me. Thank you so much.
The trend of increased reluctance among men to interact with female colleagues, as highlighted by the forthcoming study in organizational dynamics, coupled with the reported hesitance in hiring and engaging with women in professional settings, presents a troubling scenario. If companies are indeed terminating or avoiding hiring women based on these reasons, it reflects a regressive response to the broader societal shifts brought about by movements like MeToo. Such actions not only perpetuate gender biases, but also hinder diversity and inclusion efforts within organizations. It's imperative for companies to address these issues through education, training, and fostering cultures of respect and equality to ensure fair treatment and opportunities for all employees, regardless of gender.
This is the most humbled I've ever felt in my life. I'm literally holding resumes, a stack of them, so that I can go in person to places and say, are you guys hiring? It's honestly a little bit embarrassing because I'm literally applying for minimum wage jobs, and some of them are being we're not hiring, and it's what? This is not what I expected. I graduated college with 2 degrees in communications and acting. I speak 3 languages. Oh, this sucks. I just want to be a TikToker, if I'm being so for real with you. But I can't be delusional anymore. I literally need to make money. And so I'm just gonna keep trying.
As you see in the video, woman expresses frustration with her job search and disappointment in applying for minimum wage jobs, but companies are still not hiring her. It's just because of the Me Too movement and hired women dramas at Workspace. And that concludes today's discussion on MGTOW Voice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video.